So we got a new WWE Championship. I woke up today and before even watching SmackDown, I opened Twitter and I saw this. It does not look good. Thankfully, it looks a lot better on television. I gotta be honest, guys, it does not look better than the WWE Championship. It doesn't look better than the Universal Championship, so what's the point? To me, this championship just looks unfinished. I've seen custom versions of a very similar title, and it looked a lot better than this. It's probably gonna grow on me. At certain angles, it looks kinda cool. And don't get me wrong, my problem is not the championship looking exactly like the WWE title. I get it, they want to use the logo. I just think in general the colors don't match. It looks kinda weird. Especially these photos, like it makes the championship look so goddamn bad. Remember guys when I told you, appreciate this. Appreciate this championship because it could be a lot worse and this looks beautiful. Well, this is exactly what I was talking about. They could have literally made this title and called it the World Heavyweight Championship. It's not the worst title I've seen, it's probably gonna grow on me, but I honestly would prefer if WWE just kept the WWE Championship. And this show was just another example why I love SmackDown and I can't stand Monday Night Raw. It's mostly for this storyline, but another big highlight was LA Knight getting a huge crowd reaction as if he was The Rock. So all of that and so much more in a second. This video is sponsored by Wrestling GM, where you can actually prove that you can book it better. Wrestling GM is the best wrestling simulation game in the world. The only game where you can be a business owner, TV show writer, and universe creator at the same time. Pick who fights, who becomes champion, manage each wrestler's career, write your own storylines and feuds, and even create your own wrestlers and companies. Find out why 250k plus players continually keep playing Wrestling GM. The game is very deep and the opportunities to play it are endless. It is the perfect mix of creativity and strategy. You can control and create all the outcomes within the game. I also played this game before on my channel. The playlist of Wrestling GM series is in the description below. Wrestling GM is available on all iOS and Android devices, and there's a link to download the game in the description below. Welcome back to another episode of Greatness of SmackDown. How are you guys doing today? A lot of twists and turns on this episode during one segment. Triple H being way too proud of the championship. Let's get into it. This show was all about celebrating Roman Reigns, but it kicked off with Austin Theory. He says tonight is special because Roman Reigns' historic championship reign will be celebrated. Then he said something stupid like, if you combine his run as champion and mine, you would have 1,209 days. What does that even mean? He says he will surpass Roman's reign if they keep giving him matches against guys like Sheamus. He then introduces Pretty Deadly, and we got Austin Theory and Pretty Deadly versus the Brawling Boots, which was actually a pretty long match. Of course, during this match we got a few interesting spots. 6-man tag team matches will never be interesting to me anymore ever again. I'm just so sick of them. And honestly, I still don't get the hype for Pretty Deadly, if there is any hype. They hit their tag team finisher and allowed Austin Theory to pin Holland, so they won the match. So I kinda see what WWE are doing right here, right? Pairing these two with Austin Theory seems like a great idea, but the thing is, Austin Theory is still someone that needs someone. Like, he's not LA Knight, he's not Roman Reigns. I'm not sure Austin Theory is really going to help them. AJ Styles is ready to move on from the World Heavyweight Championship as we got the OC versus Hit Row. And it didn't even feature AJ Styles. Man, this sucked. I love SmackDown, but like I've said, not everything is great about this show. I could be wrong, I think it was the first OC match on SmackDown and they obviously won. After the match, Hit Dollar attacks them, but got hit by the phenomenal forearm. I'm sorry, man. Hit Row is so goddamn boring. Like, the worst thing on television lately. Just my honest opinion. As much as I love SmackDown, I gotta admit, we still don't have that many stories. Like, what was the point of this really? Like, yes, we have Roman Reigns, the Bloodline. This is a great story, one of the best storylines in WWE history. But the problem I have with the WWE lately is that there's no stories. Just random ass build-ups. Adam Pearce ensures we will not see the Usos tonight, and it was time for the Grayson Waller effect. The special guest was Asuka. She talked in Japanese. It seemed like Grayson Waller understands what she's saying, or at least pretends to. And you can already imagine what this was. Just a bunch of, Money in the Bank qualifying superstars talking about how they are going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, which is the most generic way to do it. Sometimes it's entertaining, but this one was just like the bare minimum right here. After Asuka left, she she got attacked by Bianca Belair. She's coming back for that championship. So I assume we're going to get that rematch at Money in the Bank, right? Still, it's time to reveal the new championship, in my opinion. We got the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Undisputed WWE Championship. There was no reason to call these women's titles Raw and SmackDown. You can simply do the same championships with white straps. And to be honest, you don't even need to do that, but it looks cool. I feel like Bianca Belair chasing the championship is going to be a lot more entertaining than Bianca Belair being a champion. That's mostly the case with the babyfaces, which is kinda sad. I don't know how many theme songs Lacey Evans changed at this point, but we got Lacey Evans versus Zelina Vega. This was actually pretty unpredictable because you're like, yes, Zelina Vega is getting that push, she should be getting that push, she's getting that reaction, but Lacey Evans just came back for the 159th time, so you don't know who's going to win. Well, thankfully Zelina Vega won with a very bad looking finish right here. That finish was rough, not sure which one's fault was it. I feel like Zelina Vega is a real contender for the Money in the Bank briefcase. I really believe she could win. Man, it's crazy how this LWO stuff is beneficial to literally everyone. Then it was time for LA Knight versus Montez Ford, and the reaction that LA Knight got is music to my ears. You love to see it, man. You absolutely love to see it. My man is a heel and he's getting Sami Zayn crowd type of reactions. At this point, I'm almost sure he's going to get a push. I'm almost sure he's going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. So we got the Money in the Bank qualifying match, and I'm like, LA Knight needs to win this one. He really needs to win this one. This was the match where we basically like, if he's not winning, he's definitely not getting that push. And this match was so fun because of the crowd reaction. The people are so behind LA Knight. Every time he does anything, they cheer, and anytime Montez Ford does anything, they boo. And people don't even dislike Montez Ford, it's just that they like LA Knight so much. So LA Knight cheated to win, doesn't matter, he won the match, got a big pop out of it, and he's going to Money in the Bank. It's kinda weird that we got this match. I would love to see both of these guys in the Money in the Bank ladder match because it seems like these two would have a chance, right? Montez Ford is someone who, you know, also has a big future in the WWE as a singles competitor, but LA Knight, man, that crowd reaction. Every time he would punch him, he would get a yeah. Every time he would get punched, you know, Montez Ford would get booed. I know LA Knight is great, I'm a huge fan, but I can't even explain it. Like, I didn't see his work in TNA, in NXT. He just came to the main roster and I'm like, that's the guy. He's great, he's entertaining. It was time to celebrate Roman Reigns. Triple H talks about how special this championship title reign is, last time seen 40 years ago or something, and he introduces us to Roman Reigns. Triple H says you deserve something, and he gives Roman Reigns this championship. The crowd actually booed, and I don't even think they were booing Roman right here. Yeah, I mean, the championship, it's probably gonna grow me. Like I've said, at certain angles it looks pretty good, but the gold in the middle is way too bright in my opinion. It should have been all golden, I guess, if you want to really make it undisputed, because it's all golden, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. So it basically says this one is the Undisputed Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship is a secondary championship because it's not the Undisputed Championship. Also, it doesn't make any sense. How can you be the Undisputed Champion if you're not holding the other championship, which is the World Heavyweight Championship? That's how it works in sports. You have to be a champion in every division or whatever, and then you're called the Undisputed Champion because you're holding every single championship. It's weird, man. Wrestling's weird. I guess the only reason WWE did this so they could merge these two, you know, histories, which basically makes Roman Reigns 1000-day champion. Reigns tells the entire universe to acknowledge him, but before he can continue, the Usos appear. Right off the bat, Roman says, kick him in the head. Kick him in the head, Jay. But Jimmy explains Roman how you're the one that needs fixing. And at certain points during the segment, it seemed like the bloodline could still get back together because it was all about, look, Reigns, we love you, but we don't appreciate how you treat us. That's not how you treat your family. That's not how you treat your brothers. You're gone crazy. They even talked to Solo Sikoa and said Roman will keep manipulating you and then put you in the dirt. Roman hands over the microphone to Sikoa and Solo says, I acknowledge you, Roman, but the Usos are my brother. So now we see the Usos and Solo standing together. Jimmy asks if he wants to run things with respect or stay alone on the island of relevancy. Reigns tells Jimmy to shut up, but but Jimmy pushes his face. Man, that's great. You could feel the energy in the arena right here. Jay wants everything to be fine, but it's kinda too late right here. Jimmy explains Roman how they're stronger together. Solo is his brother, Jay is his brother, Reigns is his brother too. Then they hug, and Roman seems very hurt, yet it seemed like he kinda understands this. He's devastated, but he says no. The Usos are disappointed, and Solo Sikoa turns on Jimmy. Jay is looking after his brother as Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa leave the ring. But it did seem like Roman deeply cares about what happened right here. The storyline is pretty unpredictable, and I absolutely love that. So a lot of twists and turns in this one. I love this, man. The only issue I have is that it seems like the WWE Undisputed Championship, the biggest prize in sports entertainment, doesn't matter right now. Nobody cares about that shit. Not AJ, not Jimmy, not Jay, not Solo. Nobody on the roster cares about the championship, which is kind of a shame, you know. I know this is more than about a championship, but Roman just happens to be a champion, so you just gotta do something with that championship, man. I feel like Jimmy versus Reigns and Jay as the special guest referee, I think I saw a custom photo of that. I think that would be an ideal match, but at this point, I mean, Jay is on Jimmy's side, right? They could have played with it a little bit more, and Jay's like, I don't know who to choose. And we do kind of see that. I mean, Jay doesn't want the bloodline to end. If Jay ends up being the special guest referee, it's going to be really interesting how he's going to, you know, pin Roman Reigns. And it seems like Solo is loyal to Roman Reigns. Once he finally turns on Reigns, that is going to be a huge moment because his loyalty right now is unmatched. So thank you for watching this video. Another decent SmackDown, and I know it's mostly for just a couple of stories and LA Knight being over. I get it, but the show is short, so it's like, I don't feel like I'm wasting my time, unlike with Monday Night Raw. I know I sound like a broken record every week, but that's how I feel. Raw just sucks ass. A dirty one. Thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.